remote start 12 volt heaven, and I'm here to show you a remote start alarm and a couple of additional features that we've done on this Hummer here. First, I'll show you a little bit of the lighting. Basically, if you were to use function and the F button, we're going to get some underbody illumination. By pressing F once and the aux button, we have that set up so that it turns that on, and it will keep it on until the key goes into the ignition, turns up to the on position. Or if you would like to press the F button one more time and the aux button again, you can turn it off. Another thing that we did was we hooked up another aux channel onto the lighting so that when you use the unlock button, it's going to illuminate that lighting automatically. It's going to keep that lighting on for about 45 seconds, and after the 45 seconds, everything is going to turn off automatically. I'll go ahead and show you some of the alarm features. Very cool setup. It's got just about every bell and whistle on this system. That's going to be proximity sensors. It's got a tilt sensor on it. Has glass breakage sensor, impact sensor, as well as all the doors are protected, and just a really great setup. I'll go ahead and lock everything up. And when you're wanting to, if somebody was to come up to it and try to kind of peer into the vehicle to see if there's anything worth taking, that's where the proximity sensors are really going to come into play. We have 3 proximity sensors in this, one for each independent zone on this vehicle. It's a large vehicle, there's a lot of metal in it, and so I'll show you how that works. Walking up to the first set of windows up here, if we were just to kind of cup up against the window, we're already getting a warning letting us know that this has an alarm. It's probably a good sign for a thief to walk away at that point rather than to continue on shopping at this vehicle. I'll go ahead and check out the middle area here. Just getting up to it, you're going to get that same pre-warn letting you know it's got an alarm, as well as with the back area as well. Now this works all the way around the vehicle the same way that you've seen here. So it's very consistent and very effective. I'll go ahead and disarm the system, and I'm going to show you without the proximity sensors on there. I'm going to show you a little bit more of the sensors and how those work. I'll go ahead and rearm the vehicle, and I'm going to give it a few moments to fully arm and do what it needs to do. But what I'm going to test here is going to be a glass breakage sensor. So how that's going to work is any of the windows, if they were broken, they're going to emit a very high frequency pitch, and our system is going to listen for that, and you know, when it hears it, it's going to set off the alarm. In order to test this, I'm going to use a set of keys, and I'm just going to wrap those against the window. I'll start off with the rear ones just so you can kind of see the effectiveness of this and how that works. So that's a rear window tap, and single tap will set off the alarm in full. So if that was to be a window broken, it would emit a high frequency and set the alarm off immediately. No entry needed. The alarm's going off. I'll go ahead and just kind of show you that same operation from another window just so you can see how consistent these sensors are working together. And should have about enough time right here to let the sensor be active. So again, just a fairly light wrap sets the alarm off. On the remote, you're going to see that you get a notification letting you know that the alarm is going off out there. When we disarm, we're going to get 4 chirps. Just like that, letting us know that the vehicle has had an intrusion or the alarm's been triggered while we've been away. So if you've been away or too far away from this remote and you come back to your vehicle, you're going to hear 4 chirps, and that's a good sign to maybe have a look around the vehicle, make sure everything's still there, make sure that you have all 4 wheels. I'll show you some of the additional features that are incorporated into this system. The remote start is a great convenient feature for Minnesota weather. That's a single press. Vehicle starts up, and then of course it's going to run for a predetermined amount of time. It'll shut itself down, and this whole time the vehicle will stay armed. So if anybody tries to get in it, drive away with it, or break into it to steal something, the alarm is going to go off, and of course you're going to get a notification on the remote. Thanks for having a look today. This has been a VIPER remote start and alarm combo with a few additional features. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to set up an installation for a system similar to this, I can be reached at 12voltheaven.com or remotestartmn.com.